Good morning, good morning. Well, so, I'm just doing a little solo dolo thing right here. Waking up early Sunday morning, March 29th, and I don't do no devotion, nothing, but I just thought just share something with y'all. Just something that I've been thinking on, meditating in my mind beyond them higher places, just thinking, like, I've been sent on this path and personal quest, self knowledge, and elevating my soul and um, learning the truth to things and stuff. And it's really cool. It's really, really neat. And so, like, I'm reading this book right now called Fingerprints of the Gods. And first, before that, let me start off and back it up real quick, okay? Um, Okay, so I've been that person where like numbers have never stood out to me. I've loved numbers my whole life. Always loved numbers. Never been great at math. I can do it decent, but I can get into the calculus and trigonometry, all that crazy foreign languageness. I don't understand none of that shit. Not me, not I. But I love math. I do love numbers, but they've never stuck out to me. They've never meant nothing to me. Have my favorite numbers like us all, but okay, that's beside the point. Getting off track here. Okay, so I make it through my life, 29 years, never had this happen, and all of a sudden, something happens to me. Um, Something very, very eye-opening, very real. Um, and then come to a place to where like there is there is no, not even the smallest bit of doubt in me that I have at all, in my creator, in the divine purpose, uh, um, and that there is an intelligent force out there that does love and care about us tremendously, and well, all of a sudden, right around this time that this happens to me, I start seeing the numbers 11 everywhere, everywhere. I look up because like something inside of me. It's lately anything that I notice, anything that could be anything, I gotta know what that means. Everything means something, okay? Like there's no coincidences, okay? Like one time there was a freaking woodpecker outside one morning after some craziness happened, and that meant something. Like look up what a woodpecker means, like, and it was spot on to what was happening. It was nuts. Um, but that wasn't okay. And then okay, but no, so the number 11, right? Okay, you look at what it means. It means an awesome, good, very good spiritual awakening. Okay, and just good things are headed your way. Your mind's about to be blown in awesome ways. Okay, and elevate you. You be more lined up with truth. And so I read. We were, all of a sudden, I don't know what's happening. So look at this. So let's go. Keep seeing the number every, the time. And these numbers will be in things I'm reading or in my class. Like it's everywhere. There's numbers everywhere, and I notice it everywhere. And it never number has never stuck out to me like that before. Whether I've seen 11 before plenty times, it's never stuck out to me like that. Like it's never just been so much consecutively, like jam packed, in my face like that. And so, um, and then so I had this go on for about 2 months, about a month and a half, 2 months, and then finally, um, we go to the library store. We get a couple books. One of the books that just picks out is a book by Sylvia Brown called Adventures of a Psychic, God, Creation, and Tools for Life. I read this book, and it just it blows me away when how it talks about God, how it talks about Jesus, how it talks about angels, how it talks about creation, how it talks about all this stuff. And it all just rings so true. It's so different than anything that I've ever been taught before. It's so different than the Bible, you know what I'm saying? But whenever you have an experience that happens to you that's not in the Bible and you don't have no reference to go to, you know what I mean? Then you're called to look outside of the Bible because I mean the no outside of the Bible does not cover everything, okay? Like they just don't. And some things happen that do need explaining, you know, to tell you what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to know what, you know, just what happened. What was that? You know, I mean, obviously it was God, but how was that God? Why did God do that? You know, and so I got my answer. I was praying for it. I got it. Now I know, so much, my spirituality is really enveloped and deepened in ways he's not contained to the God that's just in the Bible. He's so much bigger than that. He's so much bigger than that God. I mean, they the Bible really they put nothing but human emotions on him, and that thing it's a whole bunch of do not this, do not that, and and then and then Jesus' teachings, like they even portrayed his life, not exactly, as it went down. Um, uh, like he did. It went down that way, but there's just more to the story. That's the bit. Okay, it went down like that, yes, but there's just way more to that story, though. There's so much more. And think about it. There's got to be. We only know about just a little bit of his ministry. You know what I'm saying? So what about all his life before then? And what about his life after that? Because they seen him, right? Okay, and and Simon Peter, whatever, the one who doubted, like put his fingers in his wounds. You know what I'm saying? He was not a ghost. He's like, I'm not a ghost. I'm not a spirit. Like so. And the Bible says, oh, he just went up to God, be God, but no, he stayed here. Like, and he lived out a life. Um, and it's just you just learn. Like it doesn't. It's just and this is so learning all this has just been awesome. It's really enriched my spirituality. It hasn't taken nothing away from it in any way. My belief in God, Jesus, any of that at all. What little bit whatsoever. Um, it's just added to it. It's just made it so much better, so much deeper, so much more realer. Like all this really superstitions, sins, like not doing astrology, not doing numerology, not doing all these things that actually God are obviously are tools, or obviously things God put here for us to be able to use to for our benefit to help us. Like in the church, no, like not, it's just horrible. The church really, man, like really messed up God's book, big time, big time. You know, um, like I mean, like when you actually learn like what your soul's purpose is. Numerology is a wonderful tool, an amazing tool. Okay, like you do memorize and you check out your numbers. Okay, like I am hands down. I'm a Gnostic Christian. All the way. Love Jesus. He's what's up, man. He really is. He came and showed us the way. He really did. And I'm learning. A deeper Christian spirituality, okay, and it's amazing, right? And so, and and now I know these tools, that I can use to help me, figure out why I'm here, what I'm supposed to do here. And church will say, "Oh, it's evil. You're letting the door. You open the door to sin. You're open the door to the devil." So where is he then? If that's the case, if that's so true, then you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not hearing no whispers in my ears. I'm not being plagued by no depression. I mean, none of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And there's a time whenever certain sins though would affect me that way though. Certain sins that I believed, what I'm saying, were that wrong to God. that doing them would put my life in discord, chaos, and because I believe that, you know what I'm saying? It's what I've been told my whole life. You know what I'm saying? And then whenever you learn the truth that no, there's really no sin. Jesus came to preach there is no sin. You come and you do the most. You do the best you can possibly do, whatever you is to do, as long as you love. As long as you love, respect life. You know what I'm saying? Love your neighbor. You know, those are the main things. Love God, love your neighbor, and love yourself. That's it. It don't matter what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like all this adultery and all this crap. You know what I'm saying? Like all this you know, and so it just makes people mad, pissed off, and not think that I'm blasphemous or whatever. Hey, so be it. You know what I'm saying? You can make God that small if you want Him to be. If that fits your agenda, if that fits whatever you need Him to be and do in your life, that's good. But my God's not going to be contained. You know what I'm saying? By the small-mindedness of the early church. I'm sorry, He's just not. Um, and in no way am I damn going to hell for any of this, like kind of an all loving, benevolent God sit there and do that to a soul that honestly loves Him so much. I sit here and I devote my life to Him day in, day out. You know what I'm saying? Constantly in His Word. And He's gonna damn me to hell because I'm in my mind, but this path that I'm on, that obviously there's a higher something guiding me. You know what I'm saying? There's something guiding me and putting me on this path. I'm learning this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so I read that book, right, and now I've been reading all of that lady's books. Let me get back to the story. Sorry, hang on. Now I've been reading all that lady's books, like just in this awesome, awesome, awesome. I've even started reading so I started reading this so I read one of the books that talks about the life of Jesus, right? And it really expands on it, and talks about it more fully. And then right when I get done reading that, right when I get done reading it, my phone vibrates, not text message, nothing. Don't know why it vibrated. It just vibrated. On my phone, it says 11:11, and I ain't seen that number for like 2 weeks after finding these books. I stopped seeing the number. Didn't see it no more. Okay. Um, Read that right there about Jesus' life. Bam, see the number. But now I'm seeing the number again. Though I'm seeing the number again every day, everywhere. Okay. So that leads me to believe that I'm on another, mind blowing spiritual awakening. Again, I'm on another one. That's what's up. I love them. These things are amazing. Okay. Thank you for the guys. Okay. So here, I just want to share with y'all a little bit of what I think. If I'm paying attention to the clues. Okay. Like I'm just not starting this journey. My perception may change. It may change. It may get fixed. It may, get corrected. Well, I don't know. But what I do know is what if I'm paying attention to things, and I do, and I use my rational, logical brain with my faith. Okay. So every so many thousands of years, there is, it didn't happen in 2012. It don't mean it ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? We're still right at about that time, whenever it's time for some things to go crazy, good to go nuts. You know what I'm saying? And for this world to get, I don't know what's gonna happen to it again. I don't know what's gonna happen. I cannot begin to know. Okay, but what I do know is something is going to happen, and if this life's not going to continue on the way it is, okay? It's what the Bible did predict, and obviously this world is going through lots of changes. There's lots of people here, there's lots of evil darkness here. We are in the darkest planet, you know what I'm saying? Like it's horrible. There's also a lot of love here, though. There's just as much darkness as there's that much love to meet it. That's why God sent Jesus here. How else are we gonna fight the darkness of this age? This world, especially. Um, so, um, so we're right around that time, right? Something about to hit the fan for real, okay? And I'm thinking like it ain't gonna happen like now, right at this moment. You know what I'm saying? I think what's gonna happen like right now is gonna be with the world, when it comes down to the people, like I don't think we've seen the worst of things yet when it's coming down to how we get along. I just don't. Um, I think something is still yet to come. Um, and yeah, but okay. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I just know gonna go crazy, right? And so now in the Bible, it talks about bringing, kingdom, bringing kingdom. Jesus talked about, bringing the kingdom here. That's what the more God you have here, the closer we are to bringing His kingdom here. Okay. Well, so like things are already happening. People are already starting noticing the change within them. Like I'm noticing within myself. Like whenever I got all the way clean and I really gave myself to Jesus and I got done. I got done depending on everything but Him and depended all my life and all my areas of my life on Him. Like I do not. I was able to hear Him. Like literally hear Him, hear God. Okay, I was able to prophesy, and I just knew things. I knew things, and I was able to quote scripture. I've never been in my life able to quote scripture. Able to quote scripture, um, and I knew things that I shouldn't know. Things that I'd never learned that I could just speak on the top of my head, like it was, knowledge given to me from the other side, heaven, and it was, like there's no other explanation for it. I can't just pull stuff out of my ass. I just can't do that. I've never been pressured to make shit up, and I'm not about to start. Okay, it's not how I roll. But so, like, I know that either could just be my age. I'm 29. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming into my own. It's either that and my faith in God that I have, or it's the change that's going on. Every a lot of people are waking up. I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one. If a lot of us are waking up, you know what I'm saying? A lot of us are paying attention to little signs, to things that we're seeing. You know what I'm saying? And like when you start noticing all these coincidences, okay, they're not coincidences. They're signs that you put in your path. You put on your path for you to know that you're on the right track. You are doing exactly what you were meant and supposed to be doing in your life at that moment. Like, and it's an awesome, beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, so now aliens, man. Okay, I want to talk about. Okay, so aliens don't in any way make things. I don't. It doesn't make things scary. It doesn't make. Aliens. I don't fear them. I know that they are God's beautiful creation too. You know what I'm saying? Like we are crazy thinking we're the only ones. You know what I mean? Like we are the darkest planet. Okay, so the other ones, okay, like if they're anything like ours, they're not gonna get to where they're gonna fly across galaxies. That's good. That true knowledge like that, okay, to sit there and actually be able to benefit and do good and not destroy a lot of civilization, they would have to be so much better than us, okay, to be able to make it across galaxies. So for them to make it here, they probably aren't going to try to hurt us if they can even make it here, because they'd end up wiping themselves out long before then. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just, I mean, look at us. You know what I mean? So that there's one clue, okay. Two, okay, they've always been here, okay? They obviously know shit's about to hit the fan. They're guardians, basically, okay? They're basically like guardians. They're watchers. They're watching us go through the ages, right? They know shit's about to go get crazy, and that lots of people are going to die here, okay? So it's in the Bible, when it talks about a reaping, okay? Talk about a reaping, okay? So whenever this is going to go down, okay, if this to me, if this is how it's going to happen, if there's going to be all kinds of craziness, this world's going to be destroyed as we know it, and lots of people are going to die. You know what I'm saying? But we got all loving God, benevolent God. You know what I'm saying? So, He's got his good people out there. Other planets that are to look just like us. Okay, that are very good in amazing people. Probably most of them like Jesus. You know what I mean? If you could imagine that, that would be awesome. You know what I mean? Some aliens like that. You know what I mean? And they come here and they come and they reap. Pluck, pick the ones that actually were remained the soil that Jesus taught about, and yielded good. Yielded good with their lives, did good with their lives, was not just leave chaos and consume and all the shit they can fuck up in their wake. You know what I mean? Um, So, and for the, so like I feel like that's what I feel like if I pay attention to things, you watch Ancient Aliens, just how the knowledge that these civilizations had that, and I'm reading this book about Humans of the Gods, like it's just it is right there in our faces. They want us to know. They want us to know because they need to be welcomed here to be able to do what they need to do. The people freaking out and for we don't shoot them the hell down. You know what I'm saying? Um, and like so I'm just trying to help that, you know what I'm saying, because they're not bad, they're not evil, you know what I'm saying, they are all, we're all part, anything in this universe is from God, okay. um we are with evil, not them, okay. Now I've been, like, my numerology and all that. That's helped me know my life purpose, and having just in my life seen someone, she's not perfect by no means, but damn it, she's the most perfect person I've ever met in her own actions. I've never seen somebody who can be as honest with me as she's been, who can sit here and not want revenge at me for things that I've done, who can sit here and just walk the walk like she has. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and that just shows me that I can do it. You know what I mean? And then the fact that I don't have any desire to go get high. I don't even look at porn anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a 29-year-old dude. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm not where I'm at in my life right now, of course, I'm a human being. But like I am more than a human being. I'm a spiritual being. Okay, I'm a spiritual human being, and I can be better than my flesh. Okay, I don't have to be that. I can be better than that. And Jess and my own spirituality has shown me that, and it's really cool. You know what I mean? And that's the whole purpose. We're here to protect our souls. Protecting our souls. To become as much like Jesus, as we can. We in our own way, in our own right. You know what I mean? That and so like the Bible and all that's why I started devotions. Like the Bible, but the message in it, it's still, it's what we got. You know what I'm saying? That's really why I like doing devotions. You know what I mean? Because the message is a little bit, it's from the Bible. It's about the Bible, but it's just I can go off it more because like it's not the misconceived ways that the Bible puts it out there all the way. So, um, but yeah, so like, and in no way, is my God a lie? Is he man's a lie? You know what I'm saying? My God is so much bigger now. He's so much more loving. He doesn't have the hate. He doesn't have the damnation. He doesn't have all this now. Do people go to heaven that don't believe in God, that refuse to love God, that refuse to let God in their lives? No, because they refuse Him. Therefore, when they go on, they go to the left door. You know what I'm saying? They don't go to the tunnel. They don't go to the tunnel to the other side. They go. I'm doing something right now. Um and um yeah well, so I can't, I gotta stop this now. So before all hell breaks loose and starts getting all nuts and shit. So sorry, excuse me. Gotta cut this out now. But yeah, just God is awesome. He's so good. And just pay attention to your life. Pay attention. Get off the drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like it's time to wake up. Don't got that much more time left. You know what I'm saying? Like and just it's yeah, I love everyone out there, and I just want to see everyone do the best they can for themselves. Um, because God's done that for me. And um, you don't gotta look nowhere outside of yourself for any of this. It's all right there in your heart. It's all right there within you. You just search it out.